Hey, what's up everybody? Nick here. Today I'm going to be ranking all of the kills in Halloween 2 1981. A couple days ago I did all the kills for the OG. That was only about 5. We have about double that here. So it's going to be a little bit longer list, a lot more brutal shit to get through, but it's going to be fun. If you like ranking videos like this, hit that subscribe button. This is the second video in a series I'm going to do, ranking the kills in each movie in the franchise. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and subscribing really helps support the channel. So I really, really appreciate it. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so as I stated, there are a lot more kills in Halloween 2 1981 than there were in the OG from 1978. That's just the way horror sequels work, as I'm sure you know. So we had 5 in 1978. We got 10 kills here to rank in Halloween 2 1981. And yes, that does include 2 off-screen kills and 1 kind of special kill. So let's get right to it. Coming in at number 10, the kill I liked the least. Remember, this is my personal opinion. It's not what I think's best. It's going to go from my least favorite all the way to my favorite. And coming in at number 10, my least favorite kill in this movie is, coincidentally, the first kill we see in this movie. And it's Alice, who was talking on the phone, and Michael stabbed her in the throat, I believe. And there's reasons that I rated this kill last, even though I like the whole scene. You know, I like when she's on the phone and the door kind of opens and, you know, she hears the sirens and, you know, on the radio what's going on, and her friends saying, you know, that, you know, the kills from the OG just happened, etc., etc., etc. I like the setup of the scene, but there's a couple issues I had with this kill. Number 1, the way Michael kind of pounces like a cat. Never been a big fan of that. I know it has its supporters because it's kind of like a cat stalking its prey. I get it. It just doesn't work for me personally. And my number 1 sin is the close-up to Michael's eye. I don't think we should see the shape's eyes. Just a personal preference of mine. I like it more ambiguous, where you don't see, you know, his eyes. You don't see, you know, what Loomis talked about in the Devil's Eyes monologue. I don't want to see that. So I got a big problem with the way they portrayed that, even though I did like the scene. So that falls in last place, number 10. Coming in next at number 9 is going to be Mr. Garrett, the security guard. You're going to hear me say this a lot. I like the scene because I really am a big fan of this movie. It's my favorite sequel. It's a lot of people's favorite sequels. But once again, I kind of like the scene, even though it was a little drawn out and too many fucking cat jump scares, which at the time, to be fair, weren't as common as they are today. So can't really hold that against it. But it just seemed cheap to me, some of the cat scares. But the scene itself, the kill itself, it was okay. A hammer to the head, hammer to the back of the head, you know, as he opened, I think it was it a closet door or something like that, some wooden door, you know. All of a sudden you kind of hear the musical cue and boom, hammer to the back of the head, which is cool. It'd probably be a little higher on some other lists, but this movie has a shit ton of great kills, so it's at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the special kill I was talking about, and that's going to be Ben Tramer, who was hit by a cop car and set ablaze. The reason this is not last, and the reason it is where it is the scene is really cool. Like I said, I'm repeating myself here, but you know, Loomis, you know, thinking it could be Myers, you know, is it him or not? You know, and Loomis going like this on his face, you know, unsure, and you know that is it a news van that's on fire that he gets kind of hit into? It's some kind of van, but just really cool. Really ups the ante of kind of the action of this movie compared to the slower pace of the first one. So I really like it. So it's at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is going to be a kill that was kind of in the background, and that is Bud, who gets killed right before he gets to have a little bit of fun. I like the way they did this because, unless I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's silent while this is happening. You know, Karen's kind of getting out of the hot tub because it's getting too hot, because obviously Michael turned up the heat, and Bud went to go check it, and in the background you see through a foggy window, you see him basically strangling Bud. So really well done. Very unlike a lot of kills we get in this movie, and unlike a lot of kills that we get in this franchise, where it's just silent and you kind of see it in the background. So I always enjoyed it. I was always creeped out by it. So it's at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the first off-screen kill that I mentioned, and that is going to be Dr. Mixter, who died via a needle in the fucking eye. Pretty badass. So Nurse... Is it Janet? No, it's Nurse Jill. I think it's Jill. Yeah, Nurse Jill comes into the room looking for Dr. Mixter. You know, the shower's going, there's fog, and you know, she's, Dr. Mixter, I think Lori's had a reaction to her medication. Dr. Mixter, and he's sitting in the chair, and she kind of pushes the chair, kind of turns the chair, and all of a sudden, boom, you see him sitting there with the needle in the eye. And shortly after that, we'll get to. So he is at number 6 for me because it's just a really well done, badass off-screen kill. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the other off-screen kill in this movie, and that is going to be Nurse Elves. Man, the reason this is so high is because of what it does to your mind. The fucked upness that must have happened here that we didn't see. As I'm sure you guys know, she is basically drained of all her goddamn blood via a needle. You know, it's just incredible. What happened here is kind of what your mind is thinking. Similar to a lot of the kills in Halloween 2018, a lot of the off-screen kills here where you're just like, holy shit, what happened here? Obviously, Jimmy goes, sees her drained of her blood, slips with all the blood on the floor. So really kind of just eerie. It's really eerie, so that's kind of why I like it a lot. And it falls right in the middle of the pack. Number 4. It's going to be the final kill of the movie, and then it's going to be the Marshal, who gets his throat slit. This scene fucked me up as a kid because I remember watching this when I had to be, God, was it 7 years old, 6 years old, something like that. I remember watching it, and, you know, Laurie's, after Loomis shoots him again 5 times this time, I believe. He shoots, is it 5 times? Yeah, I think it's 5 times. You know, Loomis shoots him 5 times. Yeah, because he's got 6 bullets in there. He shoots 1 through the Marshal's window. Sorry, thinking out loud here. But he shoots him 5 times. Michael kind of collapses to the floor. You know, stay away from him. You know, and Laurie kind of, why won't he die? Or, I'm sorry I left you. Why won't he die? And then, you know, you see the Marshal going, he stopped breathing. And then, boom, throat fucking slit. And the look on Loomis's face, just pure kind of astonishment. And pure just like, oh, fuck. Just awesome. Love this scene. Love that kill. Badass. So it's at number 4. Top 3. These top 3 kills probably could be number 1 in most other Halloween movies, most other Halloween, or most other horror franchises. They are that fucking good. Maybe it's just the nostalgia for this movie in me, but I love them all. So they're kind of interchangeable, but as of today, here is what they are. Number 3 is going to be Nurse Karen in the infamous hot tub scene. Bonus points for the scenery of this. This is probably the most brutal kill maybe in the franchise. Obviously, you know, Michael kind of walks up behind her. She starts kissing his hand, thinking it's good old Bud. And then she looks up, sees it's Michael, and Michael starts dunking her head in the hot tub. So she's drowning. And the tipper is this hot tub is scalding fucking hot. You know, so her skin is melting off. And just awesome practical effects in this scene. Because every time he pulls her back out, you see her skin a little more burned. And it's just brutal. I can't even imagine how much this death would just, you know, hurt. So So awesome kill. Like I said, it could be number one on a lot of lists. So if it's number one on yours and you disagree, all good. I won't put up too much of a fight. But it's number 3 on my list as of today. So 2 more left. Number 2 is going to be Nurse Janet, who is towards the end of the movie. Lifted. Michael kills her, stabs her in the back with a scalpel. And the kicker of this scene is, he lifts her up as Laurie's watching, and her shoes fall to the ground and her body drops. Just awesome. And then the theme kicks in, slowly kind of, and the first chase of the movie begins. The cat and mouse game kind of begins. Awesome scene. At this point, besides Laurie, she is the only... Jimmy. Jimmy might have been in the car yet. Was Jimmy in the car? No, not yet. But basically, she is the only one besides Jimmy that's alive at the time. So, just really creepy how there's nobody in the hospital at this point. We know everyone's dead and Michael's getting close. And then, it's Laurie's first time seeing Michael since Loomis shot him out the window. So, awesome scene. So, it comes in at number 2. But number 1 is the most OG moment from any other time in the franchise. And that is Nurse Jill's death in Dr. Mixter's office. Wait, you know what? I mixed up these nurses. I apologize. Nurse Jill was the one that got lifted up, and Janet is the one that is in Mixter's office. Sorry about that, guys. And I call myself a fucking fan. All these nurses, and these nurses with J's for their first name. Crazy. But this death is obviously, like I said, the most OG moment in the entire franchise besides the OG. Because after she... turns Dr. Mixter's chair, like I was saying before, sees his death, we see the mask slowly illuminate in the background. And it's got like a red tint to it, which kind of brings a little bit of a evil vibe to it. And then she gets the needle right in the temple. So bad fucking ass. So I love all the kills in this movie. Like I said, a lot of them could be number 1 in most other movies. So a very, very tough list to make. I will be doing Halloween 3 next. But let me know what your thoughts are on your favorite kills in this movie. Give me your top 3. Give me your whole ranking. I love hearing your guys' comments. So yeah, have a good one, guys.